Hey, John Zombro here with The Lifetime Athlete, and thanks for joining me in today's video. This is a member program update for the Lifetime Athlete Training Tribe, and this is for the week starting on Monday, June 26th, 2023, and this is the final week of the month. It's the final week of our power training block, which we did in May and June. And so we're going to be doing some deloading. So deloading is when we slightly decrease either the volume and or intensity of our training. In our case, we're going to do both this month to allow our bodies to fully recover and catch up before we move into July and August, where we will be doing the speed block. If you're not already a member of the Training Tribe, you'd like to learn more about it and possibly join us, just check out the Training Tribe menu item at thelifetimeathlete.com. There you'll find all sorts of information about what it is that we do. Workouts for every day of the week, all year long, based on an annual training plan. Weekly masterclass meetings over Zoom, email coaching, private forum, lots of great things. And if you really want to balance your fitness and conditioning, your athleticism, and have all five of those components of strength, speed, power, agility, and endurance, we might be for you. Okay, now, I had the great privilege, honor really, this week to engage with several new members who had recently signed up, and we were doing some welcoming and onboarding. And thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. You know who you are. I'm saluting you. And also, it's just great fun for me to engage with people and learn about their goals and help them work through all sorts of things, whether that's their injury history, setting up their home gym, schedule conflicts. There's a way to hashtag find a way, hashtag create the win. So what we're doing this summer, and what we do every summer, is we use that outdoor-based model for training. So we'll have 3 workouts per week, which are specifically to be done outdoors to get all those major benefits that come from being outdoors: the sunshine, the vitamin D, the oxygen, the grounding, the list goes on. And if you happen to be able to do it with a group, you've got that fellowship, team camaraderie, and competition. We love it. We need it. So by all means, bring some training partners, family members, and recruit them to join the tribe as well. It's an inclusive community. So with that outdoor model, what we do is we're very creative with the programming, because we have one workout that's dedicated for the field. And we typically go to a soccer field to perform our session locally. However, I hear from people all around the country, they go wherever. You can go in your backyard, you can go to a park or a playground. You just need to be on a grass surface, ideally, if you can find one. And then you take your fit kit, and that's the bucket with the sandbag, the medicine ball, the strap, and the tubing or band. And the programming is designed to allow you to train incredibly effectively with that. So this week, what we're doing is we're heading out to the field on Monday. Then on Wednesday, we're going to do our trail-based session. And then on Saturday, we usually have our Saturday morning training that's done at the track and field facility. So those 3 things, we have field, trail, and track. That happens every week. And then we have a recovery-based filler session, which we put in, that primarily utilizes the home gym or having people be out and about. So with Monday's session on the field, we're going to start out very basic, just doing about 10 each of some of the standard old school gym class or PE class calisthenics. And so you've got your trunk twists, and you've got your side bends, and you can put your personal signature on all of these movements, as you should. Then you go into the old windmill, a little bit of jumping jack, a little bit of air squat. Bang out some push-ups. You can use any style you like as far as hand placement and off the knees, the feet elevated, whatever, it's all good. And then some sit-ups. And the same thing goes with that. There are ways to make the sit-up spine-friendly, whether you do crunches or you do some partial range of motion with feet anchored. Do whatever you like, and we oftentimes find folks using all sorts of variations with these movements. Then you take your medicine ball. So we're going to do about 20 of these, and you've got your chops. That's a diagonal chop, and so you're going to do 10 one way, 10 the other, draw the X. Then you've got the giant swing. So that's like when you're at the state fair and you're swinging them out to ring the bell and win that floppy bunny. So you're going to be going all the way through available motion. This week I'm not actually doing distinct demonstrations. I'm just doing some mimicry, and so I think that's because most of you know these exercises so well. Then we've got the slam, then we've got the thruster, and so the thruster It's a full front squat with overhead press finish. Very vertical, very piston-like. So you're going to have that medicine ball. You're going to sink down into the depth and press overhead and rock that. You'll finish your warm-up with some slams. And so that's where you're going to be, whether you jump into it or not. Some of that depends on whether you have a ball that's a dedicated slam ball that doesn't bounce up or one that bounces up. But nonetheless, this is going to be enough in the prep session to activate us so that then we can do what is going to be a really fun challenge this week. It's the old take your sandbag for a walk for a mile. So you're going to take the sandbag, you can carry it on your shoulders, across the shoulder, any way that you want. And every quarter mile, and you can estimate this, just walk laps around the field, you'll stop and you'll do 10 squats. So that could be a front squat or a back squat, that doesn't matter, but you're going to squat that sandbag. Then you'll do 10 push presses, so that's an overhead press that you can use a little bit of momentum for, and then you'll finish up with those high cleans or cleans that go into a high pull, almost like a snatch without a catch. And so that's coming off the ground and powering that sandbag up and then ride the bag down, tap and go, you know the drill. That's going to be done 4 times in this sequence every quarter mile. And then for the accessory, you finish up with some medicine ball throws. Always a favorite with our group. You're going to do about 6 each. You just follow your ball, go back and forth every time you change a throw technique. So you're going to do a forward. Actually, I'm going to start differently. Sorry about that. You're going to do a forward underhand. Then you'll do that forward overhead. Forward chest pass. You're going to do left side chuck. Then you'll chuck it off the right side, and everybody's favorites, you'll finish with backwards overhead, and that's 6 each of those. Then we've got our locomotion segment, so we're going to try to get barefoot on the grass, get some of those bennies. It's optional, but I encourage you to work yourself into it. 15 minutes this week. You can walk or jog, keep it easy, nice, zone 1, zone 2, that sort of thing. And then finish out with some free choice stretches. Just go a little easy on this whole session A this week, and we're going to try to do it on Monday, but fit it in wherever you can. Okay, next we've got a chance to talk about that trail workout. So sometimes I have people who are in the inner city, and we're just creative. So we go for a walk around the city, maybe hit a commercial building where it's legal to do so, walk in the stairs. That can work. It can work anywhere, but if you can get out on a trail, this is really money. So now what we're going to do is we're going to walk a mile. Then we're going to do the boulder lifts, and that's going to be for about 10 each. And so you can pick up a rock. Now, if you're at home and you can't get out to a trail, walk around your neighborhood, come back, grab your medicine ball or kettlebell, and you can do these same things. You've got the chop again. You've got the trunk twist. You've got the giant swing, the thruster, and we're going to also throw in an alternating backward step lunge. I mean, obviously you're trying to go through full range, maybe touch that back knee to the ground, just don't bang it in. And I'm going to adjust my monitor for just a second here. Yeah, thanks for bearing with me. I wanted to make sure I wasn't cutting anything off in workout B for the trail. So then the meat, the primary, the main of what we do is hike those 2 to 3 miles. Hopefully with some uphills, and again, this depends on where you are. However, you can be creative. If you don't have hills available, you can stop by a park bench and just simply do step up. So there's always a way, and that's what I'm here for, to help you make these things work. We're going to keep this at about zone 2, so that's a nice steady aerobic endurance gear. Most of you are very familiar with that, but again, contact me if you need some help, whether you want to use matrices like various monitors, looking at percentages of functional threshold power, max heart rate, etc., or just using a simple talk test. After we do that, or while we do that hike of 2 to 3 miles, it's a ruck. So you're going to wear a pack, light pack right now. You can even decide what that is. I'm not even going to give you a suggestion. I'll probably only carrying about 25, 30 pounds myself for this workout because it's a deload week. We finished this workout historically in our training group with a cold plunge. And so this is another place to be creative. That cold plunge gives you the hormesis, and it has so many wonderful benefits. Plus, it's incredibly refreshing in the summertime. One of the main things we're trying to do is not necessarily stay in there for super long times and get mega chilled and end up blunting some of our exercise responses. We're just cooling down enough to lower that core temperature and facilitate getting back into the parasympathetic state and actually recovering faster, making more gains. Now, if you don't happen to have an icy mountain stream to jump into, or a lake or a pond or a river or something along those lines, a pool is great, but also the garden hose, just spraying yourself or taking as cool a shower as you can stand for a minute or so. That's really all we're talking about here, so I encourage you to embrace it. Now, let's talk about what is workout. See, that's our recovery-based workout. It's the home gym session for most of us. And again, some of you will be doing this at a commercial gym. That's entirely fine. We're going to start off as far as prep or warm-up goes. We're just using the shoulder protection program, which is one of the standard protocols that we have here at the Lifetime Athlete. It's on video. You've got the video in your program documents. So you can check the link. If you've been with us for a while and you've been doing it, you've probably got this memorized, so no big deal there. Then in the primary, we're going to hit another workout that uses bands or tubing, which is Elastica Bombastica, also available in video format for your reference. And then the final thing in this really recovery-based workout this week is just do some free choice cardio of low impact mode. So you can select anything from walking, cycling, rowing, swimming, elliptical, and so forth. We're just going to keep the pounding out of the body, let the joints, muscles, and tendons have even a little bit greater break. Keep this one at zone 1. That's our super easy recovery level, and do that for about 20 minutes. So you can see how a workout like this basically just works on nourishing, opening, closing the joints, moving circulation, and facilitating the recovery so that we have these easy, low workload events in between the big fitness makers, which are also mega fun. Finally, I'm going to talk about workout D, which is to be done on Saturday for our local group. Again, you can move these days around as you must and need. Maybe don't skip. A lot of times if a person's got a big camping trip or vacation or just a busy weekend, Saturday and Sunday aren't looking as good, you can squeeze it in on a Friday. Okay, we're going to start off walk 1 lap. So the track's 400 meters. That's just slightly less than a quarter mile. Then you're going to jog 1 lap. Same thing, super slow jog, just nice and easy. Just get some circulation moving. Then, as opposed to doing the drills and strides, which we often do at the track, this week we're just going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to do some step ups. So you can go to any, again, stadium step or seat or bench that's going to be available at that track facility, and just step up and down 10 times on each leg. Get a little circulation going. Then we'll hit some bench Bulgarians. So essentially you just turn around the other way. You're going to do that rear foot elevated split squat. All body weight for now. We're activating. Then this week we're deloading, so we're trying to make that transition out of power into speed. We've been working on that aerobic power expression, the mile run, for quite a bit. So now you're going to run 2,000 meters, which is 5 laps of the track. That's over a mile, but you're going to run it at the date pace. And that date pace was the time that we ran in our Memorial Day mile time trial. So we don't have to run too hard because we're not running goal pace. Goal pace would be a greater challenge. The date pace, you can sustain it, but you have to sustain it for an extra lap. So there's a little bit of gamification here from your old daddy. Now the finale. And the finale is a little bit of a beast, but it's brief enough that we can still count it as a deload. You're going to take your sandbag, you can do any carry you want, back, side, or front, and you're going to walk it with lunges. So it's a walking lunge, 200 meters, down the straightaway and back. And you can stop and stand there and recover as much as you need. Now, for some people who might be new, they might look at this and say, wow, this is extreme. However, a lot of these fit dudes are just natural animal athletic beasts who've been doing stuff like this all year, so it's actually not a killer for them. Then you're going to grab your medicine ball, and it gets taken for a trip for 200 meters as well. Again, in the straightaways, you're going to stay in your lane, and you're going to do those chest or press passes forward, and chase the ball. So you just keep running to it, pick it up, throw it all the way down, all the way back. And then for a cool down, maybe just a little bit of generic walking and stretching and hydrating. So that's really what you're looking for this week in the program. And guys, and if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to contact me. I'm always available on the forum and also through email. It's easy to find me, and I'll get back to you very quickly. So until next time, this is Coach Jay-Z signing out from the Lifetime Athlete Training Tribe.